If you drive the same route every day, you start to notice patterns. The cracked guardrail past exit 42, the flickering streetlight. Outside the 24-hour Wawa. The way the same gray sedan appears exactly 3 cars behind me. Every single night. For 7 nights straight. I told myself it was coincidence. Until I turned onto an empty stretch of county road. And the taillights in my rear view didn't just follow me. They matched my exact speed. Mile for mile. Without ever getting closer. Or farther. Day 1 started like any other Tuesday. I worked the night shift at the fulfillment center out on Route 30 clock. Out at 2:15 a.m. Take I-80 West. Merge onto County Road 9. Then cut through the old mill town before the suburban sprawl. It's a 28-minute drive. I've memorized every dip, every pothole, every blind curve. That first night, I noticed the gray sedan at the first red light past the Chevron. Ford Taurus, maybe 2014. Dented rear bumper. Windows tinted just dark enough to hide the interior. It pulled up 3 cars back. I thought nothing of it. Highway traffic at 2 a.m. is just shared insomnia. Day 2, it was there again. Same intersection. Same distance. I checked the plate out of habit. Mud splattered. Deliberately, I think. I changed lanes at the next overpass. It didn't pass me. It just shifted lanes too. Same spacing. 3 cars back. Always. I told myself it was a night shift worker. Maybe someone who lives near the same off-ramp. Americans commute in patterns. We're creatures of habit. But habits don't sync to your turn signals. Day 3, I tested it. I took the long way. Cut through the industrial park. Past the abandoned logistics warehouses. Down a service road that dead ends at the river. No other cars for miles. I glanced in the mirror. 2 sets of taillights. Then 1. The gray sedan. Still 3 cars back. On a road with no exits. No traffic. Just me, the rain, and whatever was sitting in that driver's seat. My hands tightened on the wheel. I pressed the gas. The sedan matched it. I tapped the brakes. It slowed. Not aggressively. Not threatening. Just perfectly. Like it had memorized my foot before I ever pressed the pedal. I pulled into the lot of a brightly lit Sheetz. Left the engine running. Watched the mirror. The sedan rolled past the entrance. Stopped exactly 1 block down. Engine off. No door opens. No silhouette in the driver's window. Just those twin red eyes, glowing through the drizzle. I sat there for 12 minutes. Then I drove home. Locked the door. Checked the peephole. Nothing. I told myself I was exhausted. Shift work messes with your head. The brain looks for threats when it's starved of sleep. It's evolutionary. It's normal. Day 4, I downloaded a dashcam app. Started recording every night. I also texted my brother. If I don't check in by 3 a.m., call the state police. He replied with a laughing emoji. I didn't laugh. The gray sedan was waiting. Same distance. Same lane. I let it follow me all the way home. This time, I didn't pull into my driveway right away. I circled the block twice. It stayed 3 cars back. On the second loop, I stopped at a stop sign. Didn't move. Neither did it. I watched the clock on my dash. For minutes. 5. Then my phone buzzed. A notification from next door. Suspicious vehicle spotted near Oak Ridge subdivision. Gray sedan. Multiple reports. Posted by a user named Concerned Neighbor 88. Time. Stamp. 1:52 a.m. 23 minutes ago. Before I'd even left the highway. I drove the rest of the way home with the heater on full blast. My breath fogged the windshield. I didn't sleep. Day 5, I called in sick. I wasn't going to drive. I was done playing a game I didn't agree to. At 11 p.m., I sat on my couch, laptop open, watching local news. Nothing. At 2:17 a.m., my phone pinged. A photo. Sent from an unknown number. It was my own driveway. Taken from the passenger side window of a car. My mailbox. My cracked front step. The wet asphalt reflecting streetlight. The timestamp. Tonight. 2:15 a.m. I hadn't left the house. I ran to the window. Pulled back the curtain. The street was empty. Rain fell in slow, heavy sheets. I checked my dashcam app. The recording showed my car parked in the garage. Empty. But when I scrubbed to 2:15 a.m., the footage glitched. 3 seconds of static. Then a frame. Just one. The gray sedan. Parked across the street. Engine off. No driver visible. I called the non-emergency line. The dispatcher took my info. Said they'd log it. Probably just a lost driver, she said. Happens all the time on these back roads. I didn't argue. What do you say when the thing following you knows how to hack a cloud drive? Day 6, I broke the pattern completely. I packed a bag, drove east, took state roads, avoided highways, changed directions at random, stopped at a truck stop in Pennsylvania, bought a black coffee, sat in the parking lot under a buzzing sodium lamp. I didn't look in the mirror for an hour. When I finally did, it was there. Gray sedan, idling near the diesel pumps. Same distance. Always 3 cars back. Even when I wasn't driving. Even when I was just existing. That's when it hit me. It wasn't following my route. It was following me. The pattern wasn't the road. It was my heartbeat. My breathing. The way I check my mirrors at 7-second intervals. The way I tap the steering wheel when I'm nervous. It had learned me. And learning, I realized, is just the first step before possession. I started the engine. Didn't look back. I drove until the gas light came on. Until my eyes burned. Until the GPS glitched and started rerouting me in circles through towns I'd never heard of. The radio died, then came back. Not with music. With a low, rhythmic tapping. Tap, tap, tap. Like fingers on a steering wheel. Matching my blink rate. I pulled into a state police barracks at 4:30 a.m. Left the car running. Walked inside. Showed them the dashcam footage. The officer, a tired man with a coffee stain on his collar, watched it twice. Looked at me. Son, there's nothing behind you on that tape. Just empty road. I showed him the app. The photo. The next door post. He frowned. Apps glitch. Neighbors get paranoid. You're sleep deprived. Happens to night shift workers. He offered me a cot. I declined. Drove home. Packed a duffel. Called a friend in another state. Left before sunrise. Day 7 was my last night on that route. I didn't take my car. I took a rental. Drove through 3 counties. Switched highways. Took exits at random. Stopped at a diner. Ate cold fries. Watched the parking lot through the blinds. Nothing. At 2:15 a.m., I got back on the road. The rain had stopped. The sky was bruised purple. I checked the mirror. Empty. I let out a breath I'd been holding for a week. Maybe it was over. Maybe routines break. Maybe patterns dissolve. Then, at the next red light, I saw them. 2 red dots. 3 cars back. Gray sedan. Windows tinted. Engine idling. Same dent on the bumper. Same silence. I didn't panic. I didn't speed up. I just drove. Because I finally understood. It wasn't trying to catch me. It was teaching me. Teaching me that distance doesn't mean safety. That locks don't mean privacy. That the road behind you is never truly empty. I moved 2 states over. Got a new job. Bought a different car. Changed my number. I don't drive the same route anymore. I don't work nights. I check my mirrors less often. Or maybe I check them more. It's hard to tell the difference now. But sometimes, when I'm stopped at a red light in the suburbs of a city I barely know, I catch my breath. I don't turn around. I don't need to. I just wait. And 3 cars back, in the rain, a pair of taillights flick on. Just long enough to remind me. I never found out who was behind the wheel. Or what it wanted. But I know this now. Being followed isn't about the distance behind you. It's about how long it takes for you to realize you were never driving alone. If this story made you check your rearview mirror, hit like. It tells the algorithm this channel matters. Subscribe if you want more stories that crawl under your skin after midnight. And drop your own "I was followed" experience in the comments. I read every one. Sometimes, they become next week's episode.